Yo, welcome to the Black Dads Club. This is your boy Gavin, aka Coke, aka Doesn't Even Matter. This is episode 134. We ain't even got a title yet. However, this episode is brought to you by SPGBK Watches. Please check them out. Visit their site. Follow their social medias. Go to a retail store. Get you a watch. Support the brand. Support the movement. I know you heard the tag. It doesn't even matter. I just wanted to shout them out and thank them for sponsoring this podcast episode. And we can't wait to see what happened with you guys and how much y'all grow. Anyway, let's get straight up into the episode. Let's get it.
To the discipline conversation, there's a couple more things I got to get more discipline on. But
like what?
Fitness.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. Yo, for those who do not know, this is officially where the pod will start. Mike has been telling us about a YouTube channel for almost a year.
Hey man, it's been a year this summer.
It will be a year this summer. So you got 2 more months before you 2 to 3 more months. I'm like, Mike, what are we doing?
No, I mean, dude,
because they want to argue with you.
Yeah, it's time, and it will be fun. It will be fun, especially when we could bring in like audience, people from other pods, smaller pods, and yeah, y'all can sit there and argue with me, on YouTube.
The white guy want to argue with you. The atheist dude who like DM'd us. Did you see that? He was tearing my ass up on YouTube.
He DM'd us at
on Instagram, and he was like, "Hey, found you guys. I'm an atheist, so I would love to talk religion with the pastor or some shit like that."
Why you want to come and talk religion with me? That'd be like me coming to talk atheism with you.
Like, yeah,
it doesn't make sense. People like to argue, and I don't mind it. I don't do bad faith arguments. Like I tell you all the time, you can argue with me. I don't care. Like hold your position. I'm gonna hold mine. I mean, unless you provide me with enough evidence, and then I'm gonna change my mind. Then you gonna be mad because you can't even relish in the win. Because I'd be like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, facts. Well, for me, I was just like, I thought the biracial topic would get us responses from our community. It did not.
It got us responses from the white community, and I was like, why? How did you even get over here?
How did you find this?
Pod's literally called Black Dad's Club. Like
literally, somebody was. First of all, it's bad when the white folks don't even like white folks. I don't think they really know I'm black. Black folks do. They just talk shit, right? Which is funny. So when they tear me up in the comments, I'm like, I'm reading it and I'm not even getting mad because I'm like, oh, they really don't know.
They do not know. Like they done missed the title of the pod and everything. Like,
yes,
yo, Gavin is not white.
Absolutely. Mike is a pastor though, but one of those things got to be true.
One of those 2 truths and a lie.
Look, man, and I was just like, yo, y'all are tearing me up, and I didn't even do nothing. I just woke up, and did my thing. Hold on, I don't have to.
That's why I try to stay away from the bigots online,
bro. I'm
telling you, man, it's certain side of the internet. I don't fool with it.
Give me one.
The bigots is 1.
Okay.
Those who will not be named is 2.
Okay.
And the ABC community is 3.
Okay.
I do not do, and obviously anti-black misandrous. So it's like 4 sides of the internet. I just don't engage with those sides of the internet, man.
The only side of the internet I do not talk to is the people who I felt like if we were back in high school, they wouldn't be in my level, like in math. So for people who don't know, I do mentorships on Thursdays. And so I'm talking to my students and we having a good conversation. Look at me influencing the youth.
Yeah, Gavin.
Sign your kid up today.
Big bro.
Look, and so we there and I asked them what math are they in, and they go, I'm in math 1 or 2 or 3, and I'm like, what that mean? I'm like, nah, don't they break y'all up? And they was like, nah, they got us all in the same class. And I was like, wait a second. And they asked me what was breaking up, and I'm like, nah, if you wasn't good at math or you was a little slower, you was in this class, and if you was on board, you was in this class. If you was a little bit smarter, this, and if you were very smart, you was in this. And they was like, oh, like AP. I'm like, nah, we had those too.
Yeah.
And they were so confused. And I was like, yo, so if I feel like me and you wouldn't be in the same class, I wouldn't argue. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't do bad faith. So most time people come in, like the guy that like he's an atheist, but he want to argue religion, right? Like that's a bad faith argument,
bro,
from the jump.
From the jump.
Like, and why would I engage in that argument?
And you're the wrong color. All right, here we go.
You'll see a woman and you be like, man, I bet she has a good soul. You're like, I'm trying to think what that mean like.
Do y'all do that? When y'all see a man, do y'all not the same thing?
Sometimes men are fine. I'll be like, damn, he really fine.
No, that's not what we're saying. Don't switch it up. Do you say I would fuck him, or do you say
it's different for a man or a woman? Like, you're looking at her, you be like, I want to hit. But in order to hit, a lot of time, you have to take her on a date. You have to court her. So that's why people say pussy is equivalent to money, because you're gonna have to spend money to get to know a woman.
My money is not equivalent to your pussy.
Hold on.
But
We have a word for that where I come from. You know what it's called?
what?
Prostitution.
I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. That was Poor Minds, which is an amazing clip in itself.
Yes.
And we're going to get to a little prostitution in a little bit.
Can't wait to meet you, Andrea. Didn't mean to put you on the back end of Gavin
that was
saying
Lex.
prostitution.
That was Lex. Drea didn't even jump in that topic.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that the Drea's my bull on that show.
Oh, man. Lex, I'm going to meet you one day. I'm going to shake your hand. You know what's funny? The more we do this podcast and shit, the more I realize people cooking stats and they lying about who they reaching and they guests are lying about they reaching. And I feel like Atlanta is the mecca of the scammers.
Yes.
Definitely in the South, right?
Yes. Obviously, Atlanta would be the mecca of the scammers. Probably used to be New York, but definitely Atlanta now.
Atlanta has taken that torch. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, I run analytics on our pod, other pods. I'm looking at y'all followers. I'm looking at the likes. I'm looking at the comments, and I'm looking at no results. And I am wondering, like, damn, have we really gotten there? Because it's funny, like DJ Academics and Meek Mills is in a beef right now, right?
Yeah.
Of course. And so Meek said he wanted to start a pod. And Act threw out an olive branch and was like, yo, you do, I think he said, you do one a week, I give you $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, if you do, I will hire you, I will produce it, it's $1 million. And everybody was like, yo, that's a great deal. And then the debate became of like, can Meek recoup that $1 million?
Yeah, I mean, is Meek that entertaining?
That was the part of it. But then also I was thinking about, I'm like, who are we going to bring on? I had to think about, like, damn, would I do that? Because first of all, Meek was like, yo, I can't do 52 weeks. I can do, you know, every other week. So you're already cutting it down to 26, right? And we seen this with Spotify and Obama's and who else they was giving a deal to? Prince Harry and all them, right? And none of them pods ever came out.
No, and none of them ever recouped the costs.
No, and that's why that person got fired from Spotify. Like, let go, right? And then then we get into this thing like, I'm going to be shocked if Joe Rogan resigns to Spotify. Like, I'm interested to see
he
when
getting paid. Though.
He is getting paid, but I wonder for Joe Rogan, like, all right, what's up? Like, the money is great, but I wonder if Spotify seeing that money coming back.
Good point.
Because I didn't watch Joe Rogan's Cat Williams interview on Spotify. I watched that shit straight on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube was where everybody's going. And I mean, Joe Rogan kind of do what he want to do though.
Facts.
Like the Joes can do what they want to do in the pod world. So those guys are rolling.
Okay. Joe Biden, he can do what he want too.
He's doing what he want when he can remember to do.
I want to welcome everybody. I think it's 134 or 135. I cannot remember.
134 is on the board.
Cool. Yeah, I be putting the wrong number. Because look, one episode I did a whole thing of talking about 130 this, 130, and it was totally wrong. Let's get straight to the prostitution.
Goodness.
Last night, women were upset when they found out that Carisha was doing light prostitution and smuggling drugs. And I laughed because in my world, every man knew that Carisha was a light or diet sex worker.
Yeah, it's always escort light or diet sex work, you know, depend. But here's the thing, right? Like the law is really written to the point to where it's like, if she was to go to like a strip club and say, hey, I want all 5 of y'all girls to come back to the place, right? Mm-hmm. That's actually, it's trafficking at that point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, a lot of times when we see the terminology, we thinking like it's like, well, no, it's like if you solicit and you bring them back, that becomes trafficking at that point. And like the whole idea of a drug mule is like, yo, if somebody show up to a party with an ounce of weed, technically they're a drug mule.
Yeah.
So a lot of the terms are just salacious.
Sometimes, but it's not going to be, if Carisha goes to the strip club and she say, yo, I want 5 of y'all to come back to the house. We gonna party. We gonna have sex. Blah 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 blah. If they go along, say will, it's gonna be solicitation. It's not gonna be trafficking. Like that's the difference.
But
like,
see,
it's going to be select. It's going to be, you know.
But I think the moment you like bring them, it becomes trafficking. Like, even if you paying, it becomes trafficking.
So trafficking is against somebody's will. That is the very clear thing with trafficking. I'm pretty sure it has to be against their will. And we could look that up, or y'all tell us, whatever. Diddy cooked. He's done. We ain't jump into Diddy last time, but he's done. He
is. They went and grabbed all his shit. So it's some information that they want, that they're looking for. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but he wasn't on the run. Rumor has it they did talk to him at the airport. They know who he at, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, he is going to fight it. But it seems like all this shit kicked off when he fucked with the church's money. When he tried to go after Diageo, it seemed like he started having a lot of problems after that.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, you know, I say this about Diddy especially. Dog, and I told y'all this in a group chat. You can't be a dick for 2-3 decades and think that people gonna keep having your back.
Nobody's feeling sorry for Diddy, man. Diddy, we missed out on G-Dep, Craig Mack, Black Rob, like Shine, all like it's artists from my generation that we wanted to hear from that we never got to hear from because Diddy and Diddy contract. So nobody's feeling sorry for Diddy. And
then I always look at it and go, damn, look at all the celebrities that was signed to Diddy, left Diddy, and ran straight to religion. That has to be an eye opener for somebody. And it is all right. It's cool if it's just Shine. But then it becomes Loon.
Yeah. Mace.
Right? Then it becomes Mace. Then it becomes, Mace follow-up conversations as of the last week. I think it's super interesting. All
right. Trafficking, forced labor, sexual slavery, or commercial sexual exploitation. So,
yeah.
Buying prostitutes actually still falls under sex trafficking. That is wild. Did not know that.
Well, all that is under not against your will.
Yeah.
And I'm not shocked about none of this. Also, I am here to say y'all generation was nasty. I'm here to say it. Y'all know how I feel about Mike's generation. Disgusting.
Man, every generation is the same, bro. Every generation is the same. So my generation just happened to be the generation before cell phone cameras and the internet. So it's like that. We kind of like brought that era in.
Nobody from my generation got caught up in none of this shit.
Hey, give it time. Give it 15 years, bro. Then come back and say this.
I mean, we're talking late 80s, 90s. I don't know, man. I just looked at this
15 years.
I looked at this Diddy situation. I was like, let's go back to Diageo. All right.
Yeah.
When did that lawsuit happen? 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. I mean, like, I think he filed it in 2023, but he was talking about it in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because of the dealings and different things.
And I wonder how much of Diddy's issues have to deal with them looking at him like, bro, we know where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah. Because you gotta think, look, if Diageo was screwing Diddy over, right? Mm-hmm. And Diddy's about to sue them, and they gotta bring out all their books, they probably like, nah, we just rather get rid of you. Because I mean, he might have had a point. He might have had a case. They might have been screwing him over, right? And then they're just like, it's cheaper to just have you removed.
But they settled. I want to know what that settlement looked like.
Yeah, well, he's spinning it right back. He's going to be so.
He's about to be out of here. Y'all know who I say. The Mount Rushmore of my generation of rappers, or not even that. Let's stop. Let's go. That's not even my generation, but we was in college when this was happening.
Yeah.
It's Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, and Future. That is my Mount Rushmore. And now we got the Royal Rumble. It's 2-on-2.
You know what though? I like this, man. I this feels like it's going to bring rap back. Now I know some of y'all like, yo, rap ain't never been nowhere, but like this,
yeah, I'm with you.
this is like my generation, beef and battle. Not beef that actually turns into like real beef, right? Where you shooting each other, yeah. Biggie. But like this right here, man, like I'm liking this. This is like 50 Cent and Rick Ross, right? Mm-hmm. Gucci Man, Jeezy, right? Like that's what make rap good. And right now, I love how Future just kind of like stirs the pot, then sits back. Because like he's not even like talking about being the greatest or the top 3.
Nah, because he don't care. But
he's probably the second. He's probably the second richest out of the group.
Nah.
Who you think richer than Future? Drake, obviously, but
Drake is
out of K. Dot and J. Cole. You think Kendrick?
Yeah, I think J. Cole and Future about the same. But I mean, all of them. And the reason why, Future, you got to remember, he got 10 kids or 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick has, I think, 2. I don't even know if J. Cole has kids. He's married, but I don't know if him and his wife has a kid.
Yeah,
Drake got 1. You know,
that he didn't want nobody to know about.
Well, let's get to the drama. All right, who do we start with? Do we start with Kendrick and Drake, or do we start with Drake and Future?
No, I think we should start at Kendrick because Kendrick dropped the line. Fucked up big 3. It's just big me. Which is on the heels of J. Cole dropping that he was the Uno on his album.
So where you want to start with it at? Because you already know how I feel.
I want you to go, man. I want you to know this is your lane, bro.
This is my wheelhouse.
I could just sit here and just disagree with you.
I love how Drake has been ducking smoke, Kendrick smoke for a decade. I love how Drake always takes the battles that he think he can win, and I think he got more calculated once he took that L with Pusha T. I really, really believe that. I do believe this whole because I remember when Kendrick was on the BET Cypher and he said, I tucked Drake back in the closet. I made the sensitive rapper put him back in the closet. Like, that was a line. That was a staple. That was right after Control when he called out everybody before that. I remember your brother calling me and was like, yo, Drake is on tour. This is when Drake did his first tour. And he was like, yo, he got this rapper with him called Kendrick Lamar. You should look him up. And I remember listening to Kendrick after that and being like, damn, this dude can really, really rap. And you take a step. And I think Drake and Kendrick's issues is pride. I think that 2 things. I think the whole entire rap game has a problem that Drake plays the game. Yeah. The pop game. And this is why I'm not mad at Mos Def for saying, yo, you're a pop star, because Drake plays that game. He does the buddy. Whenever they trying to break a rapper, he goes, sits with them, take all of their publishing and, breaks that artist. This is when you see Drake, he's calling out Lucian, who nobody knew who Lucian is. If you don't know, Lucian basically runs Universal, and he has been for decades. And Drake's calling him out, talking about how they buddy, for a decade. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, how many other people know this person's name? And I think that I think the whole entire rap game is jealous of that. And I think Drake is jealous that, yo, y'all put me in the same class with Kendrick and he plays 0 games.
Well, and he low-key put Kendrick on, right? I think Drake feel like he's the reason why Kendrick popped.
Did you put me on if you took me on tour? Especially when I'm Dr. Dre put me on?
I mean, if Joe Budden, if he put us on, right?
Okay.
And then we became bigger than Joe Budden. Like, would he be able to say, like, yo, since I brought them guys on and I took them around the country.
Yeah, but I mean,
put them on. So low key, I think Drake may feel that Kendrick isn't as grateful as he should be.
I don't think Kendrick has to be grateful at all. You took me and ASAP Rocky on your first tour when Drake wasn't selling out arenas. This is Drake's first tour as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let's not act like at that point the Dr. Dre cosign was way bigger than the Drake cosign. You having Dr. Dre shepherd you in. Dr. Dre, you got Snoop over there. You got the whole, like Mike like to say, the whole LA County. You know what I'm saying? You got them in. Then, Drake being ungrateful and the reason why I'm saying Drake being ungrateful, because we are looking at Kendrick turning around and saying, yo, Kendrick's getting more Grammys than you. He's selling just as many records as you. And I tell y'all all the time, I'm like, Kendrick treats the internet the way that every person over 35 wants to treat the internet. That is, I go to work, I clock the fuck out, and y'all don't hear from me until I clock back into work.
Yeah.
And that's all Kendrick do. He handles it that way. And I'm telling y'all, the better rapper is clear to me. I don't know what everybody's talking about.
I mean, look, that's subjective. I love Cole. Cole really hasn't put out some great work here recently, but I think the fire has been lit. And who needs to respond first right now? Cole or Drake?
I think who's going to respond, and if I had to pick somebody to respond first, it's going to be J. Cole. But if J. Cole responds first, I don't want to hear nothing from another Drake fan. Don't talk to me, because Joe Budden, he tossed Drake ass. Pause. However you need to pause that, right? Because Joe Budden, it was too many disses, right? Yeah. Cool. Then you come out and then you get Pusha T, who watched Drake. Sorry. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. You can kiss all the ass you want to. I exposed your baby. I killed your dog on Adidas deal. I showing everybody that you in blackface. I challenge you again to say something, and you said nothing. You tucked it in and you sent your handler to check me. And I told your handler, you're a respectful man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you take the L to Pusha T. Kendra's been shooting at you for the last decade. Like, it is what it is. It's been a last decade conversation.
So it sound like you saying Drake need to respond.
He needs to, but I don't think he's going to.
Is he not going to because he sees himself in a different stratosphere?
No, because he's not in a different stratosphere than Kendrick.
I mean, Drake streams. I mean, I put a chart. It's like 3 times as many as Kendrick.
They buy that. That shit bought, bro.
I mean, it could be. Bought. But I mean, I think Drake is the arena, guy that's selling everything out now. So look, I would love for a back-to-back type response direct at Kendrick from Drake.
And I think Cole.
I think Cole's gonna drop first. Though.
Cole. If I'm Cole, I'm taking the opportunity, and that's gonna be the rap battle that we all want.
Yeah, and I think this sets up J. Cole nicely to this. This is a moment for him to be able to ascend, right? Mm-hmm. If he wants to say he is the best rapper out of the big 3, I think this is the opportunity for him to ascend. Like, because if you body both. Everybody and like your next album just goes through the roof. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, okay,
all right, cool." Now, who I do feel bad for is Big Sean. Big Sean dropped the album that day.
Ouch.
No, he did a Tiny Desk that dropped that day.
Ouch.
Nobody saw it. Nobody heard it, and that's why I believe it's levels to this shit. You do get the big 3.
Yeah.
And honestly, if we doing tiers, Future does get to sit on that tier, because. And Future's like quietly on that tier. He's number 4, but he's quietly on that tier, right? That next tier, that's the Big Crit, that's the Big Sean, that's the Wale's. Like, that tier is somebody for real. That's the Kid Cudi tier as well. And them boys are down bad. Big Crit, he's probably my favorite out of everybody. He disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean, I don't know what Janae put on him. She put that WAP on him, and we ain't heard from him since. You know what I'm saying? Then he tried to redrop, and nobody gave a damn. You know what I'm saying? Wale is a crybaby. Sorry. It is what it is. And I like Wale. I took a picture of Wale, but he a crybaby. Yeah. And I don't like when y'all get on y'all albums and talk about religion, and y'all really don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Stop telling me what happened with the offer money. Y'all know it's a scam. Still, just give you 10%. And take your blessings on the back end.
Get it on the back end.
Get it on the back. And Kid Cudi, yeah, man. Look, it's interesting. Now let's get to the tea. Love when we get to be messy. I've told y'all before that Drake want to be Future, and I meant that. I've said it on this podcast. If you can't look at Drake and understand that he wants to be Future, then I don't know what to tell you. And I believe that it's a beautiful thing. The benefit of Drake's career has been, I tap into different spots. So when it comes to talking that slick shit, I do the Future thing, right? When I try to do the Kanye Mos Def thing when I'm trying to be introspective and whatever, right?
Yeah,
but
he's terrible at that.
Yeah, but then I get super dope when I get the R&B joints, and I want to be a little Jodeci a little bit. Yeah. I want to be a little bit of, the pop singers and all that stuff. And I respect it because, some people sell their soul just to get the bag and win. And you can't be mad when they do it.
Yeah.
And he did it. But this Drake and Future beef is funny simply because it's over a girl.
Well, I read also that Future was upset that he didn't get publishing credit on, I know one of the songs that they were discussing was Started From the Bottom. He was like, that was Future had made that a line, but he didn't publish it. Then Drake took that and made it a song and then give Future his publishing. So
that's interesting.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, they found the girl. Then they found it wasn't that girl. Then they found the right girl. Why dudes fall out over women? And it happens outside of rap. It happens in athletes. It happens in everyday life.
Well, I mean, like Dirty Mac in general. Like, why would you do that?
Because dudes try to impress themselves.
Like
if we being real.
If you can get any female, why go after the woman that your peer already have? Unless that woman is showing interest in you and you don't have any dick discipline. I get that.
Well, Drake is into that.
Yeah. But why, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many women. Like why I'm not messing up over money, right? Not over money.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that because Drake and Future, that was a thing. Like that album, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like so,
and we was supposed to get a part 2.
Yeah. So exactly, that's probably never coming now.
Nah, Drake did it with 21 Savage. That was the other beef.
Yeah. So like, why would you? If there's a woman and she's messing with Metro Boomin, why are you in her DMs? Well,
and that's the corniness of Drake. But some dudes get off on that. And I think we got to start calling this shit out when we see it. Drake gets off on that. We've seen a dude say, yo, Drake music is crazy. Shit, one time I had something to say about Drake on here and you was like, all right, you better slow it down.
Yeah.
Because there is a possibility this nigga will slide in your girl's wife.
DMs, yeah.
And you know what's going to stop that? 50 Cent said something one time. He said, I never argue with a man who I know is willing to go one step further than me on the topic.
Yeah.
And sometimes Drake is going to slide into the wrong DMs and one of these dudes going to come see you.
Yes.
And what happens is that dude is willing to die or lose his life for that woman. And you just trying to be funny. And it's going to be kiki and haha in all games until it's for real, right?
Drake did. Remember, a normal guy had posted something. Drake hit his girl up
and flew out.
Yeah, insane.
That is insane because
insane.
In Chicago, they use the girls to line the dudes up. There's a whole YouTube video of girls lining up guys. You meet a girl in the club. Shit, we saw it in The Wire. That's one of my favorite lines when Avon tried to get homeboy with the shorty at the club.
Yeah,
she smashed him. They hung out. Guess what? She got a bullet in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's a little extreme. I know it's a show, but shit, that you go look on YouTube, look up Chicago. They show you all the girls who line dudes up. And you know what's so funny is it's some photographers in Charlotte who I don't rock with because I've seen them dirty Mac to girls. Even though I'm married, even though I don't like the girl, but they see the woman with you and they're just like, nah, I gotta have her. One of my homeboys, bruh, I don't rock with him. He ain't my homeboy no more. And I remember when we was in college and it was such a weird take. And he was pillow talking with the shorty and she told somebody and it got back to me and I knew it was correct because it was verbatim. It was like too close to what the hell I really said. It was damn near verbatim. And I was like, yo, that was just talk that we were just having over drinks.
Yeah.
Like, damn, how the third person who got the information said it correctly. Like, you know how good some information got to be if it goes through 3 people and it's correct?
Dirty Mackin is lame behavior. And Drake is too rich to be that lame.
And I've said it before. That What Would Pluto Do song, I think I put that in our group chat. I'm like, this is a weird ass song. Because when you say,
well, we didn't know what he was talking about.
Ooh, I did.
I didn't know what he was talking. Because
well, Future nickname is Pluto.
I mean, I knew it was about Future, but I was like, yo, what's the beef? I didn't know that they were beefing like that. So it was just like the song didn't make any sense. Because I'm like, I thought they were cool.
Beefing off of Build-A-Bear bitches is wild, bro.
Like, I was like, I thought it was cool.
And I don't know what the young lady look like, but maybe, I love ladies. I love all of y'all. I love my wife more, but I love all of y'all. I do think it's funny. For the ladies who do not know, I would love to know what y'all Explore page look like, because for y'all who we love, on our Explore page, they show us 10 more of y'all. So that might be why men do not appreciate it. Oh, the mom code. They did not like the BBL. They said we chase these girls. We like their pictures. We DM them. We pay them at the strip club. You know,
like that shit is all fast food. That's not what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why women keep trying to make it seem like we want, the sex workers and the lashes. Like, yo, it's fast food, right? Like, if the girl with the big butt is up there dancing and I'm at the strip club, I'm going to throw ones if she has lashes or not. You know what I'm saying?
I like the flyaway lashes. I'll give you $2 for that.
If you understand, like, you're doing it regardless. It's fast food. Like,
Me and you never been to the strip club before. I just realized that.
I don't, because I don't waste money in strip clubs anymore.
But when you was going, we never went. You never took me there.
Man,
you know what?
young,
I am a bird. You are taking me to the strip club one day. I just realized that.
I don't like, man, I can do some of that money now. That money can buy YouTube ads.
Facts, man.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna make you take me there for my birthday.
I can't do it now, sweetie. I can't throw that money now.
There is a reel. I will give you a heads up. There is a reel that's coming out, and I threw you under the bus. I didn't say your name, and it's on the Mom's Code podcast.
What were you discussing? What were you discussing?
How you told these bitches in Live they got 5 minutes to sit down before they need to get up and leave.
Ooh, we ain't talk about that. We leave those stories under the blood. The stories are gone under the. Oh man!
Because the conversation was how Miami for me was different from the girls at 23, man. And I was like, "Yo," I said we was at Live. You go. You
don't have to tell the story, bro. You don't have to tell the story.
Oh, what? Y'all got to check out the reel. It's coming out soon.
That was terrible of me. Apologies to anybody who ran across me in my 20s.
Or them three ladies.
Apologies, man. My 20s. I was a different guy, man.
You know what the real tragedy of that story is? They were sisters, and the girls who ended up at our tables was ambiguous.
Damn, gal. Damn, bro. How you gonna do that?
I was the youngest at the table. I was just happy to be there, dog. I was just happy to be there. I ain't know what was going on. Oh, wow. I was definitely a brokey.
I hope nobody's listening to this shit.
I hope y'all listening to it. Because it's such an amazing story. All right, here we go. I love when this happens, bro.
Yeah. You believe that's true? Yeah. Because everybody be checking in. That's your favorite thing to do. Check in with somebody that's gonna rob your stupid ass. Right. Wow. Yo, you think that guy, the guy that you don't know, motherfucker, in California got your back?
Yeah, he gonna protect you.
The guy that got beef with other hoods and all this, you checking into that dude? Right. Bro, just go to the hotel, get you something to eat, go back to the hotel,
do your business,
go have some fun. Right. Where shit is fun. Why do you want to go over there?
Right.
For what? Don't call me. Right. Oh, it said motherfuckers be having a nerve to call me sometime. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm playing video games. My daughter got a soccer game tomorrow, bro.
I love the evolution. I love the evolution of rappers.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Schoolboy Q first came out. And for him to say, bro, get off my phone. My daughter got a soccer game tomorrow is beautiful.
Dude, do country music artists got to check in Nashville?
No.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we do this to ourselves?
Do we want the truth?
Yeah, let's go with the truth today.
Too many of y'all want to be people y'all not.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Hey.
Too many of y'all want to be people you're not. Because rappers don't have to check in. I'm going to tell you that right now. If a rapper goes to Miami, he don't check in. If he goes to Atlanta, he don't have to check in. You go to Memphis, you don't have to check in. You go anywhere you go. Even if you go to LA, you don't check in. Let me tell you when you got to check in. Yo, I'm going to the after hour spot. I'm going to the strip club where I need to get in there with a gun. I'm going to the I'm going to the gambling hole, dog. I'm going to the spots where it's dangerous.
Illegal gambling, yes, you probably need to check in, right? You probably need somebody to take you there.
Yeah,
but outside of that, man, like, why are you checking in? Like, this is not cool. Like, this is not culture,
bro. They not checking in because they think it's cool. They checking in because they want to go to the hood spot.
Yeah, like, man, why deal with that once you become a rapper,
bro?
Right? Country music artists are not being like, man, I'm going to Dallas. Let me make sure I check in. Like,
well, they want to be cool, bro. One of the favorite
I'm in
lines,
St. Louis. Let me check in.
One of the funniest stories ever is when Meek Mill called Lil Durk and said, "Yo, I want to go to O Block," and Durk said, "Why? I don't go there." He said, "I'm from there and I don't go back there. Why the hell are you in Chicago saying you want to go to the hood? Like, that's stupid." But these niggas want to be stupid. Like, let's keep it real. They want to be dumb,
bro.
And it ain't all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole check-in thing. We need to shame it. It needs to leave our culture.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I remember,
check into your hotel room, bro.
Check into your hotel room. Go to the regular strip club.
Yeah.
Go to
If you got enough money, any strip club is gonna be a good time.
Any strip club is boy. You know, and I just thought it was just interesting because when I heard that clip, my mind immediately went back to Big U. If you don't know who Big U is, do your research. He was one of the early people with the Crips in LA, and he always said it. He was like, there's no such thing as checking in, but when you want to go in the hood where it's dangerous at, you might need protection. He was like, but protection turned into extortion because these people are just
they're just extorting you. So
yeah,
I mean, I get it, right? Like you want to be safe, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I go to a city, if I'm talking to somebody there, I'm like, yo, tell me where not to go.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not, yeah, exactly.
Where our old studio was.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go, you know, to certain places. So it's like, all right, tell me where I don't need to go because I'm not on vacation to get in trouble, right? Facts. Like y'all take a vacation to check in, like, nigga, you on vacation. Relax.
Absolutely.
Relax.
How was the Freaknik doc?
Boring.
Was it everything that we thought? Okay.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I give it a C-. And then they got 21 Savage, who I don't even know if he was born.
He was not only was 21 Savage not born, he was in the UK.
Yeah, it was watered down. It was whitewashed. If you watched that and you thought like, oh man, that was wild, like actual Freaknik was way wilder than that. And I you know what? But it was. I only went in 97, so that was and it because the following year it was done. Mm-hmm. But my understanding is like 93, 94, 95 is like the craziest years to be down there. I was in high school, so I couldn't go.
Yeah.
But just from what I saw from being down there, like what I watched in the documentary, it was boring. It was boring. Like don't waste your time.
There's this weird obsession. There's this weird obsession with wanting the nastiness to be exposed and put on Front Street, and I think it's crazy because only it's our community who wants to see that.
Exactly.
It's kind of weird for me because one of my homies, I ain't gonna say who because I love and respect her. She put me on, you know. She might have draked me. I don't even know if that's appropriate. But she wanted to know about the sexual assaults, and I was just like, damn, why? And you know, my response to her, because I wrote her, now she gonna know who I'm talking about. I wrote her and I said, yo, you're never gonna get that because victims don't want to be victims. You know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of people, whether they were predators or victims, stepped in who were in very powerful places in Atlanta and Georgia and said, pull it down.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Let's watch this, what y'all got, what y'all about to do, and let's cut it out. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, so like, and it's always, you know, if you want to say like, look, this is what's happening at Freaknik. Well, this is what's happening at Houston, whatever they call it. This is Panama City. Like it's young people being young people. So you make the comment to like insinuate or infer that, you know, well, because of Freaknik, there had to be assaults that are occurring. Mm-hmm. Then you're insinuating, you know, that pretty much per usual anti-black misandry, that, you know, that we can't have a good time without something crazy happening, right? Yeah. I mean, I've been to Black Bike Week. I've been to Freaknik, and none of these places I've seen wild shit, but in none of these places have I witnessed, you know, a full on assault. Yeah. You know, so like I don't like that because again, you're not thinking that when people go to Destin and Panama City and New Orleans and where else do y'all go for a spring break? Houston, isn't that Houston?
Yeah, they go down there.
Or whatever it is. So
they
it's
got
like
something called Chocolate City, Chocolate something in Houston.
So
it's gonna be some.
No, I'm not saying yeah to that. I'm not going to that.
You're not going to Houston? Why not?
I'm not going. No, the Chocolate City thing.
The chocolate.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was when they was like fucking on a boat.
Yeah, remember that? I'm good on that. I'm good on that, man.
How many people you think was tested there?
None. Like I'm good on that.
Come on, man. People into that. Did you see that girl who wrote that Atlanta story about her sex escapades?
Yeah, I did. That was wild.
You ever been to one of those?
That was wild. Hey,
come on, man.
Next topic.
Mike been look. Jamar was listening. I ain't mean to throw you under the bus, Jamar. Jamar was listening to one of our episodes back in the day. He was like, "Yo, Mike might be into some freak shit." I'm like, I don't know. I said he be asking me questions. You know, I'm a little vanilla. I'm the vanilla one on this podcast. For those who have listened, you know, I keep my shit under wraps. You know what I'm saying? What I'm into.
I like some things.
You gotta find my YouTube. My Reddit page.
Yeah, you gotta go to Reddit.
Yeah, you gotta find me on there, cause you ain't get me no other way. Hold on, man. Hold on.
So Lee, I never thought of my husband as a race. It's very interesting to me that see people go, she's married to a white man. When I look at my kids, I'm not like, oh, my kids are mixed. I married the person that it made the most sense for me to marry. I have a mind that is just, if you even knew half the things that I'm thinking about, the stuff that I'm reading, just go all the time. It was difficult for me to find a partner that was a challenge to me. The challenge that I needed, whether you want to say like an academic challenge, whatever it is, with my same interests. It just was. What you will know, a lot of times people think that when people come together, it's because of how they look. Actually, I actually read this in a Thomas Sowell book, or maybe it was a Shelby Steele book. Me personally.
Yeah, hey, y'all Negroes gotta stop rolling out Candace Owens like she did not throw the black community up under the bus for the last 4 years. I was like, y'all are too easy, man. Like, it's like she comes back and it's just like, oh, Candace, the intellectual. Like she's not an intellectual, right? She started this clip. I don't see I met my husband. I don't see race, but she put on the White Lives Matter shirt, in the middle of George Floyd.
Facts.
So like, yo, Candace is not an intellectual for one. For her to sit here on the Breakfast Club and say that she could not find a man that her intellectual equal, until she basically married, her guy, that was disrespectful. Y'all tolerate a lot of disrespect, and it's no wonder why in our community so many black men are simps and lames because y'all you guys will eat your throw up.
Angela Yee, this is the part of the Breakfast Club of what I loved about you being there. Also, since Yee has left, well, probably way before you left, I stopped watching Breakfast Club for reasons like this. I no longer know who's the smartest person in that room. No matter how I felt about Angela Yee, she was always the smartest person in that room. And then as I kept watching the Breakfast Club, I remember the guys playing parts, being a caricature. Excuse me. They tore us up.
They tore us up with that. Hey, big ups to y'all.
Big ups to y'all, man. But I noticed that with Charlamagne and Envy, right? And so it bothers me. But now I don't know, and I don't watch, so maybe Jess is the smartest person in that room. But the smartest person in that room, in that conversation going on, was Candace, and that's sad. And for nobody to catch it.
Yeah, and it no one checked her. And it's like, are we that depraved, of a black messiah that anyone that shows up, we're just like, oh my God, are you the one?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, can we get actual intellectuals in the room and not bring out washed up has-beens that completely sold out, her own community?
I'm ready to have the biracial talk again to set us off.
And then she comes back, says a few things, and now y'all like, oh, St. Candace, man, it's disgusting.
How do people, this is a person who's married to a non-black person, about to ask you, how do black people end up marrying outside their race?
Yeah, you might want to look in the mirror.
This is when the black community said, go ahead, Gavin, watch your tone. Cause you about to, I look at it like this. When, the only person I ever dated that wasn't black was my wife. Right. I also look at it and say, I laughed one time because this girl who I knew, she got married, but she went on a dating profile. One that you pay for. She was serious. She was like, I want a husband, blah, blah, blah. She paid for it. They still married today. They got kids. It's a beautiful thing. Right. And I remember looking at my homeboy Amir, shout out. I just saw him this week. And me and him had a conversation. And I go, this was back in 2010. I'm like, bro, why she do that? Why she do that? He was like, well, who you gonna marry? I was like, I don't know, probably a girl from church. We're going to church all the time. And I was like, I'm always here. He said, I bet you'll marry somebody from this job. And I said, why? He said, because you are here at minimum 10 hours a day. And I laughed. I said, I never married somebody here. Fast forward 5 years later, I do, to my wife. Right. And a lot of it had to do with, I knew her so well. Yeah. We got along so well. We had certain similar values. And I also look at it like this, like the distance between black and Puerto Rican ain't as far as some other distances. Let's just put it like that. Right. And as far as like understanding and what we will do, what we won't do, You know, we still got some issues we got to work out.
Yeah. I mean, it's values, right?
She trusts some of y'all that I don't.
Yeah.
But, you know, I look at it, and so I say all that to say, because I know a young lady right now, and I swear, if this girl was more active on social media, I will tag her for everybody to follow, because she reminds me so much of Candace. Like, but Candace is not biracial. This young lady who I'm thinking of, biracial, looks black. You know what I'm saying? Only dates white guys. Only sees the beauty and the benefits of white. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. But also, if you talk to her, she didn't grow up around black people. She was never around black people. She used to grow up where she was the only black person in certain spaces. And
if that's the case, like, do you, right?
Yeah, I don't think Bronny is going to end up... I don't know.
Yeah. Like if that's who you are, then do you, right? But what makes it wrong is when now you're saying, well, these people are better than you. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I don't like that. And Candace clearly did that.
Clearly.
You know, so this idea that we're about to welcome her back into the community with open arms. Yeah, not my side of the internet. Y'all side of the internet can't. No. Like you can't walk that back. You know, you can't walk back what you've done. I don't care, you know, who she's married. I think she married up, if I'm being honest. You know, so it's like, yo, I'm not hating on that, but you're not about to, you know, do that, bash my community, and then say, okay, well, now I want to walk it back and be a part of the community again. Like, no.
Do you think it's benefits to having Candace in our community? I do. I can understand how she lands on certain platforms.
She's a part of the community in the sense that she's a black woman, but Candace has never been pro-black, and even that idea now pro-black, because most of the people that I see on the internet right now that are pro-black and wearing the waist beads and wearing the head wraps and shit, like y'all the most anti-black misandric motherfuckers I ever witnessed in my fucking life. So like the pro-black is just something people say now. They're not actually pro-black.
Yeah, I mean,
pro-attack black is what they are.
I don't follow Candace enough to know like how she give it up, but to know how she don't give it up. I definitely follow her enough to know how she give it up, and it's definitely y'all don't fuck with y'all niggas.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not.
Why are we pretending that? This is not who she is?
And I think sometimes people, I hate keep going back to this. Y'all are not who y'all say y'all are. Y'all selling yourselves for clicks, and I think that we are getting to this point where clout matters more.
Yep.
So when I say it like that, it's the checking in when you go to LA, so you can go to the most dangerous parts, so you can get certain stripes, or you could be labeled as a hood dude. It is that, you know, it is the podcasters out here lying about stats, and they guess lying about stats, and then you want to know like what's going on. Your girl blocked you. Amani Talks. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah. Gavin shared a link. Like I was already blocked.
She blocked you and the pod.
Yeah, and the pod, boy. But I still got you, honey, on TikTok. You can't find that one because that's my burner.
Look.
so I'm still gonna be.
What did you say to her?
No, because dude, like, so that whole clip was about what was it about? It was something about out of wedlock babies. I'm almost saying, because that's the only thing that really gets me going on the internet.
Okay,
is when y'all try to make that shit okay. In the comment section, you know, I come in as I normally do, like, are you just so sexually undisciplined that you're giving your wombs up to the worst men in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's it. You know, like, is that the case? Because it can't be both ways. It can't be
allegiance to losers. It's not like you.
Go ahead.
It can't be both ways. It can't be, you know, on one hand, my intuition tells me everything that I need to know, and I'm super intelligent, super smart, more mature than anybody else in the world. And then on the other hand, I keep giving my womb up to losers.
Yo, no offense, but y'all intuition be fucked up most of the time.
I didn't say that.
I did. I love when y'all say my intuition told me no. Bitch.
So, and here's the thing: I did not even address her. I responded to a comment, and then of course the thread goes, because, you know, like I do not be meaning to engage sometimes, because sometimes I get ate up in comments, and I don't be wrong. It's just I'm on the wrong platform. So
facts. You gotta know, incels and women.
Yeah, so I'll get ate up sometimes, and like, you know, and like I think sometimes people think, because I'll go back and delete the comment. I'll let everybody get in there. Like because I actually post. I'll be like, yo, I was like, yo, get it in, because I'm gonna delete the comment, because I'm like, I'm getting too many alerts.
I like that, man. It brings notoriety to your profile. Let me. I want to address something. Amani Talks keeps having this conversation. It's the why do black men have to fight conversation, and I think that is becoming. This is going to make Mike so proud. This goes to his misandrous point. I think it's so disrespectful how podcasters, the lack of research, the ability, and it only happens to straight black men, the ability to misquote, the ability to give false information and just close your app. And it only happens to us.
It only happens to us, man. Like,
so when we have this, when Amani Talks has this conversation, I want to be very direct. When she has this conversation, she says, hey, black men, you know, they don't want to fight. They're doing this. And then black men are in the comments and saying, hey, no, actually, we're the most active fathers. And then she lies and says, no. And I'm calling it a lie. The reason why I'm calling it a lie, because you know the truth and you choose not to say it. And she goes, no, we're talking about men. That's only talking about men in the house. And when you look it up, and let's be clear, when you look up and you watch the research for men outside the homes, they are not talking to the men who do not live with their fucking kid. Who they talk to is the mother whose dad is not in the home with them.
Yep.
So when the moms are reporting, hey, black fathers are actually
showing up the most, and out,
then there's a conversation. Now, when it comes down to active, and I do believe active is a subjective term, but
absolutely,
they asking them all the same type of questions, is looking like financially white men are giving the most. Non-residential fathers, right?
Yeah.
Black men are coming in second. Hispanic men are coming in third. Now, so for her to have that information, it's there. And for her to go through the comments, what really pissed me off was, I hope I don't get blocked because I think your content is interesting. But to see her to go through, hey, this has been debunked, scroll up. And then niggas is under the comments like, yo, I scrolled up. I don't see what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's distasteful, and it only happens to black men.
Yeah, and to your point, right? There's a little disingenuousness, and which is why I follow her, right? Like I need content, I need ideals, so I follow people that I disagree with for those ideals. But yeah, I didn't mean to get blocked. And what's funny is, we're one of the fastest growing, fastest rising pods. So you literally about to be in the same spaces with us because she just took off last year too.
Yeah.
So she's only like a year ahead of us. So it's like, you're literally about to be in the same space with us. So instead of just engaging or, you know, DMing, like you went the route. Because I don't call people names online. I don't really go in. So if I post something, you could disagree and then you can stand on that shit. So I'm
interested to see where her I want to know what she does for a full-time job, because I know it's not a full-time podcaster.
Well, I think she's going to run out of content because what I'm seeing is a lot of black men is just starting to do the whole I'm not going to engage at all. And if we don't show up in your comment section, that shit fizzles out. Because y'all only hate anti-black misandric shit. NAACP had a post that was like, black women are blank. And I don't know who their social media person is. It had to be someone who hates sisters. And that whole comment section was nothing but racist going in on black women. And a dude had posted, he was like, if black men would have said this, y'all be all over in the comment section defending. But he was like, because they posted it and it's nothing but whites racist whites in the comment section. He was like, y'all won't even touch it. Y'all won't go back and forth with them. And I think that's the type of stuff that brothers are starting to realize, is that, you know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Facts.
And look, once productive black men take their gaze off of something, gaze with a G-A-Z-E.
Yeah.
Right? Once they do that, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like, where our eyes go is where everything else flows. So I think black men are understanding that and just moving away from it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The reason why I asked, will we get caught up in a RICO if I say this? I think so. Yo, what a drug dealer is that who used to like sponsor all the rappers when they first was getting taken off? Do they sponsor podcasts? We need one of them. But I don't want to get caught up in a RICO because I will snitch. A RICO? Oh yeah, I'm done. Man. I'm out of there. Because I look at it.
YouTube gonna be our drug dealer. Like, let's go to the pop of YouTube. We just need YouTube to work.
Because y'all buying views. I can see when y'all don't have a budget anymore to produce a podcast episode, so you go in your bathroom with that yellow ass, dirty ass lighting, and you use the little Rode microphone, the little baby one, and you talk into it, and you say something crazy. Use CapCut to get your captions on there, and it goes nowhere. And stop putting music behind y'all shit. This is me taking shots at other podcasts that Mike knows nothing about. The sister was mad that Andrew Mackey was not nice, and she called him the most rude celebrity. How you feel about that?
You know what? I watched the video and using her words, I mean, he just set a boundary. Like she was like, the windows were down. He was smoking a cigar. He's pulling to a gas station. The brother was smoking a cigar, pulling to the gas station. He needed gas.
Yeah, because that's so unsafe.
Yeah, so so he needed gas, and she was walking up to him, and he was just like, "Not today." I'm not mad at it. I will say, like, I have been recognized, like, surprisingly in Charlotte.
He has.
And, I'm like, yo, I'm appreciative of it, right? Mm-hmm. Would I be appreciative of it if 15,000 people a day was walking up to me? I mean, probably not. I have some gratitude, but I probably would be like, yo, I'm with my kid, right? Or I'm in a rush. I can't do it. So I'm not mad at it. This is the second time. Yeah, this is the second time somebody has complained about Mackie though. Because remember the other video. So now y'all know I'm gonna shoot the brother bail. All right, I'm gonna shoot him bail. So
shoot Tupac some bail.
I just shot him bail. But this is the second time that someone's complained about him. So Anthony Mackie, maybe stay in the Beverly Hills side of town.
Well, but bro, everybody know, y'all know where I used to work at. Met celebrities for like every day for 5 years straight. They regular ass people, dog.
Yeah, they are.
And a lot of them is assholes. A lot of them are like overly nice. A lot of them pretend. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them put on a front, and a lot of them, when they get tired of putting on that front, they do come off. Also, some people think people are rude because they're not so excited that you're excited to see them.
Really? That's the thing? So a celebrity walks in, and because you're not excited, they're like, whoa, you don't recognize as me?
No, sometimes they be excited. They be like, cool, like, nah, let me duck off. What I mean by that is, like, you get upset that they're not excited that you are seeing that you're excited. It's like, oh my gosh, are you such and such? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes. You know what I'm saying? Certain celebrities, you got to understand, they do understand when they go out the house, they got to put that shit on every time.
Yeah.
One of my wife's favorite stories is when she met LeBron. She said, I saw him act so excited and happy with everybody that laid eyes on him. But then you get to it and you realize, like, yo, LeBron James has been media trained since he was 16.
Yeah.
He knows when he comes out the house who he has to be. You know what I'm saying?
So the answer is, when we blow up, we got to put on all the time.
Well, it's gonna be harder for you. You know me. I talk shit to everybody, but I'm a nice guy.
I am a nice guy, man. Bro, come on, man. I am actually building the Black Dads Club community in Charlotte.
Yeah,
I'm a nice
true.
Guy.
You are. And I flake. Well, we had. You don't
flake, man. You got a young kid, man. When I had a 4-year-old, I was not getting out the house.
We was in Brazil though.
Yeah, y'all was. I was not getting out the house.
I love Brazil. And you know, I'm trying to think who was the nicest celebrity I met?
Who?
will.i.am.
I can see that.
It was shocking.
I can't even think of a celebrity that I've actually met.
The nicest celebrity I've met, the meanest celebrity I met was Birdman. But
I can see that.
Yeah, and it fit. It literally fit.
I can see
like
that.
When I opened the door and it was will.i.am, let me tell you what made him nice. I had a name tag on. He read it and looked me back in my eyes and said my name before I could see who it was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He invited me in. But let me tell you something about all these celebrities. They are watching everything about you, whether you believe it or not. They are watching your hands. They seeing where it's go. Anthony Mackie probably is like, yo, we at the gas station. You done pulled up on me. I'm caught off guard. Yo, sis, no. Yeah, step chill. Back. You got to chill. Like will.i.am, I'm looking at him. He's looking at my hands. He's looking what I'm doing. He's seeing what I got. I remember my funniest story is when I met T.I. and I'm going into his hotel room, and T.I. he did some street shit, and it let me know that I did not grow up, where he grew up at, because he did whatever. Like, I looked at it as like, yo, he did a look down. He did a no. I didn't check the whole scenario, bro. I didn't peek the corner. I didn't look at this corner. I didn't saw your hands. I didn't looked at your pockets to see what you got in there. All right, cool. That is a radio on your hip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you really supposed to be where you supposed to be? Did you say the right term? You know, certain things like that. And these celebrities, yo, they don't really like y'all niggas. Back up.
I mean, to your point, they are regular people. So, regular people. Yeah, Anthony Mackie, look, like leave people alone at the gas station.
And if you ever see Birdman, avoid that nigga. But he grew up in New Orleans, so I really didn't care. I was like, yeah, I feel you. Sports talks. We're gonna run through this right quick. What's up with Draymond, man?
This dude is trying to ruin his career. Like, you know what? And what's crazy is I keep thinking that, like, man, maybe he's washed, and he knows he don't have a lot of time left. The dude is 34 years old.
Yeah, he's an old 34 though, but
yeah, like Draymond, it's immature, bro. It's immature, man. Steph looked like he was tired of him yesterday.
Steph was crying.
Yeah, Steph, punch him in his face.
Steph ain't built
punch him in the face, man. That's all you got to do to a bully.
Steph is not built like that.
Yeah, man, bro. Steph is 6'3". All right,
Draymond 6'8".
Yeah,
you punch. I guarantee you, if Steph punched Draymond, Steph would miss a month of games.
Man, Draymond will fold. He will fold, bro.
Fold or what,
dude? I would never forget that clip where it shows where Draymond was pulling away and it was Ron Artest. And and when he turned around and saw it was Ron Artest, he got all his wits about him. Draymond is a bully. He just needs to be punched in the face one good time.
Yeah, but you can't be Steph. You cannot be. Stephen Curry is not going around punching bullies. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
he's not.
I'm tired of Draymond. That's all. I need somebody close to him to, knock
that team. Who is going to be the one to check Draymond?
Dude, it's
nobody. That's why he keeps doing what the hell he's doing. If you're being real,
I mean, look, if Draymond walked in here, he's a big guy because I'm a foot shorter than him, right?
Facts.
I mean, he ain't gonna get too much off though because I keep a pokey on me, But I'm just saying, like, when you talking about super athletes, superhumans rather, all these guys are the same size, right? So there's not a guy a foot shorter than somebody. They need an older vet on that squad that can get Draymond right in that locker room. That's all I'm saying.
And they never gonna get that because he retired.
Who?
Iguodala. That was your person who's gonna do that for you. Yeah, but he retired.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
You need somebody in that locker room that could get Draymond straight, man. Like he's a problem right now.
Yeah.
This is silly, bro. Like, grow up, man. Grow up.
And it's just stupid. The NFL kickoff, what you think about what they about to do?
I really haven't looked into it yet.
It's gonna be what the XFL does, where it's like everybody line up on the 30. The kicker lines up at like the 40 or the 50. He kicks it down. Nobody can move until the kicker kick it.
Okay.
Like is he kicking it
off the ground or is he like drop kicking it?
No, he kicking it off the ground.
Okay.
I think I was watching TV and they said that it was only 4 touchdowns that got returned back for kickoffs that got returned for touchdowns last year.
Yeah,
I know that number about to be sky high now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be exciting then. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm for it, man. Anything to make the game better. I'm not one of these traditionalists to be like, don't change the game. Like,
hey man, they can't hip tackle, man.
Man, change the game, man. Make shit more exciting. Like I like the 3-point line. I like golf technology. I like the cars go faster in Formula One. Like this whole baseball thing, like no, change the rules, man. Change the rules.
Let the steroids in.
Yeah, let steroids in. Like I want to see a steroid Summer Olympics.
You remember that Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire? Baseball ain't never going back to that. Man, that was beautiful.
Give me steroid. Give me that.
That was so amazing. I remember kids, because I was a kid then. Kids was ready to go get the MLB game just because it was like, yo, I dare you to pitch to I'm about to say Babe Ruth, his old ass, to Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. I'm knocking that shit.
Go look up Barry Bonds. Go to Fangraphs and look up Barry Bonds stats and compare them against any baseball player in the history of baseball. Like, go look at that 6-year run,
bro, and
go look at his WRC plus. It is insane, bro. They're like, there are numbers out there that's like, yo, Barry Bonds, if you took every home run and turned it into an out,
he would go to the Hall of Fame. That was great. I love baseball, man.
Yeah,
bring the roids back.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I'm all for rule changes.
Do Caitlin Clark, do she benefit from white privilege?
Absolutely. Next question. Like, and I'm not even a fan of Angel Reese. As a basketball player, I'm not even talking about all the stuff that the bigots go off on the internet.
Okay,
I think as a basketball player, I think she plays plotting, right? But when she shows emotion on the floor, it's like, yo, she's almost a hoodlum. Man, I'm watching Caitlin Clark. I'm like, yo, this girl like Draymond out here, bro.
But do the best get to determine how the field gets to play?
No, I think privilege is playing a part in that.
So, but if Caitlin Clark wasn't the best player in their league, she wouldn't be able to get none of this.
No, I think they still call her spunky.
No.
Yeah,
I think see, that's my beef, and I got to give some pushback. LeBron James get away with a lot, and it ain't because he's black. He gets away with a lot of shit that Zach LaVine can't do. He get away with a lot of shit that KD can't do. He get away with a lot of shit that Steph can't do because he's LeBron. He is the best player.
I can concede that, but here's the thing: Angel Reese is actually just as good.
She's not
as Caitlin.
She's not.
No. I mean, like, Caitlin is better, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Angel Reese is.
She's not far off.
Yeah, she's not far off, right? Well, okay, let's take Angel Reese out of it because I think she's polarizing.
Don't do Juju because that's even worse.
You know where I was going. You know where I was going.
Juju is not. She's not better than Angel.
No, she will be. Juju's next up. So if Juju
is next up, okay,
if Juju was acting like Caitlin Clark, what would they be saying about Juju?
I don't know. She light skin. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I do think colorism.
Gavin is he is blocking them shits right now. I can't make a point right now. He blocked me. He got me. All right.
That was for the real. This is the real topic. Yes, she does benefit from white privilege. I do think it's a lot. I do think, and the only reason why I looked at it said because she's the best, because I do believe there is things in place so that Caitlin. Damn, I keep wanting to.
You keep
merge both names together, but I do believe it's certain things of like, yo, this is our money maker. We can't let this, like, we can't allow.
And
people
she is
to
good. I was sitting out on Monday night, so the Iowa game was on, and she hit 2 threes, bro. And I was just like, damn,
bro, she can hoop. And I am laughing at everybody who's mad at Ice Cube because Ice Cube was like, yo, in the offseason you can play in the big three, and Ice Cube, I ain't mad at you. Because you just try and do whatever it takes to get your league off the ground.
Exactly.
I am looking at everybody who was kind of like so upset about your invitation. Like, yo, you ain't never seen black women play. Like, all right, man, y'all reaching for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Cube doing what Ice Cube's supposed to do. I'm like, if you bring Caitlin, you would get more views.
Yeah,
you would get I'm pretty sure the big three. I would love to see the demographic numbers. I haven't seen them. I could probably infer that is probably disproportionately black viewers, population wise.
Apparently, it's a lot of fam. Well, you know what? I wonder where he makes his most money at: TV or the actual events? Because apparently, the actual events are like all day, and they're really catered to family.
Yeah. Probably definitely the events. So having Caitlin would definitely bring way more money in.
Yeah,
than bringing in. I mean, and Caitlin be popping them threes, bro. Like she
be popping off the mouth.
Yeah,
but I just want to know if it's because she the best. I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Nah, again, if that was what's the young lady name in LSU? Faluj. God, I'm gonna mispronounce it, but they don't like her because she talks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and like that's all I'm saying. It's like, yo, when they do it, it's it's spunk. It's like, I love that passion, and then when you see it and it has a little hue to it, it's like, ooh, we don't know about this behavior.
Ghetto,
it's bullshit in this country.
Ghetto, Otani, yo, man, is this better than Dana White sweep? ESPN.
No, they're never going to get away from the Dana White sweep. The Dana White is insane.
They are sweeping the Otani situation.
They absolutely
are. For
are.
those who not know, Otani's he's in some gambling issues right now. Bruno.
He's not.
He's not in nothing.
His boy.
There was some sports betting that happened, and Otani was robbed of $4 million.
Hey man, big ups to Shohei Otani boys doing for what Mike Vick boys didn't do. Because that's what you do. You protect the moneymaker, bro. Like, whoever that dude is, he's back in Japan, and I'm pretty sure he's still getting his check. Because I'm pretty sure he was not placing those bets.
Bro.
Shohei, you can't place bets on your games, bro. Like, you can't do that. And you know what's crazy about these athletes getting caught? So they can actually gamble. They just can't gamble at the facility, and they can't gamble on their own game. That's it. So if you're a baseball player, you can bet all the basketball and football your heart fucking desires.
Just can't, bro.
Like, the rules aren't that the rules are not that strenuous, bro.
Who was the Eagles dude who got caught up? And this nigga was like putting the bets in the locker room, and it's like, bro, god dang it.
Yeah. Who was that? I
forgot what it was. But they were like, yo, if he would have just went down the street, and put in the same bet.
You just got to leave the facility, bro. Like, you can't place bets, man. Like this is a $1 billion industry. Not only is gambling like a multi-billion-dollar industry, they were like illegal gambling. It's like way bigger than gambling, and like it's the economy needs it. So it's like facts. They have to keep the integrity because it's crazy, right?
Well, let's get to Michael Porter, brother.
Yeah.
Let's get to his ass. Sir, I am here to let you know you're done.
Oh yeah, it won't be no more basketball for you. They might do, bro. They probably gonna ban you from LA Fitness if they can. Like there will be no more basketball for you, brother.
Dog, I really believe in. I don't think you should be allowed to bet on your sport at all. And let me tell you why I say that. It's too much inside information. If I'm him, I call my brother and I can get any information that's going on with your team.
Yeah.
Who ain't playing tonight? Who probably won't play that many? Who's on a minutes restriction? That's why the NBA is trying to get real. They're getting better with, yo, these players need to play. You can't skip back-to-backs. You can't, we need to know 24 hours before because it's messing with it, right? Like, for the fact that this dude had his boys, let me put allegedly, his boys was betting on stuff, and then this dude would get injured in the game and not play for the rest of the game is amazing. I think they say he was averaging like 4 threes, and he did a prop bet that he wouldn't even like attempt a 3 that night.
Yeah, wouldn't even attempt a 3, and the most money came in on it. I'm telling you, bro, do not try to get over on these books, man.
Oh, you end up in a ditch somewhere.
Like you absolutely will. But he would never play again. So it says each league prohibits its employees and players from betting on their own games. So evidently you can even bet on other teams' games.
Yeah.
You just can't bet on your own. Like, bro, and that's how I know that Shohan story is fucking bullshit. That's how I know it is bullshit.
Bro, I don't know if y'all ever seen a
but they don't get rid of that guy.
Nah,
he's too big of a star. He's
talking about Ohtani?
Yeah.
Bro,
Porter's gone, but Ohtani, no.
Look, you got to be. Ohtani is worth more than Porter's brother. We don't even know this nigga first name. What you got playing this weekend?
Oh man,
y'all going out tonight?
Yeah, we'll be out tonight. Hey, watch this. I'm gonna work on the YouTube. I'm gonna put some work in this weekend. Hey, speaking of, because see the thing is, pod fell apart because Mandy felt that she was doing more work, and allegedly. And let me just say, Gav does a lot of fucking work, man. Gav, he really. Now I have contributed, right? But Gav does a lot of work, so I want to say thank you, man, and don't break up the pod, bro.
Look, man, I won't break up the pod.
When I get time, bro, I'm gonna put in just as much work as you. I promise you. I'm gonna make you rich.
Let me see, how much money do we need to for me to break up the pod? I don't know. I need a Rolex first. I want to pay off my house.
No, we gotta get a lot of money before we break up the pod, man.
Yeah, I need a new car. I got a list of things I need to do. So, and then I could be like, you know what it is? It's like, I do believe this is how I lost my last co-host. Shout out to her. I spoke to her 2 weeks ago, man. She tried to play me on the phone, but that's the homie, man. I love her. I do believe that certain times you do have to get into a space, and this is cold to any other pods that's out there. You got to list out what's all being done, and then it's like, yo, divvy this up. And I think a lot of things that's gonna happen for us. It was funny. Ben hit me up last week and goes, "How much y'all paying for a producer?" And I was like, bro, that was deep in the podcast. Like, did I tell you he listens to our podcast on 2 times speed?
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
That is.
I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I mean, he's very educated, so you know. But I look at it and I'm like, damn, that's going to take relief off of us. So if anybody wants to intern,
exactly, we do want to intern. But no, man, I want to say that in front of the audience, man. Gav puts in a lot of work. So when y'all see the audio, the visual, honestly, if you see anything outside of me, it's probably Gav.
Look, I'm trying to work, man, because I want to retire. Yo, man, damn, I had a church thing I was going to do. It wasn't going to be a full segment, but it was, you know what? I'm going to save it for our church announcements. Sorry, we haven't had announcements for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Church on vacation.
Yeah,
we'll bring church back next week.
We'll bring it back for y'all, man. Damn, it was a good one, too. I will put it like this, though. This is the point of the video. Pastors, y'all do not need to recite rap lyrics when you're preaching. That goes to Mike's thing of like 90% of y'all can't preach.
Yeah,
you just don't have to do it.
Y'all don't have to do it. You do not have to be cool.
And if you're going to quote, Glorilla isn't the only person y'all need to quote. Let's just put it like that. I love Glorilla. That Glow, that's my shit.
Glow is. Hey, her new body is. You know what? My bad. The women say we talk about people's bodies. Like, goodness, can't even give a compliment on around here.
Hey, man, she cute, man. That ain't the type I'm into. Y'all know what I'm into. Yeah, man, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I got to work. Oh, my wife is out of town this weekend. So if you want to be outside, let me know. Saturday I'm free. Sunday I do have to shoot. So probably that means y'all can get me out to about 12:30 after that Saturday. But I'm gonna meet y'all out tonight.
Hey, that's what's up. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Because last time I really had a tragedy in my family, so I couldn't really be there, I felt bad.
That was excusable. We're gonna see Gav out tonight. Then that's up, man. 7:00.
Hey, 7:00. If you need details,
DM us.
It's probably like 30 minutes until from you hear it once I edit this shit, so it's too late. But too late. But we'll catch y'all in 2 weeks on that Thursday. And with that, we're gonna holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.
Oh, before we cut, sorry. How you feel about Amanda Seales? She said that she doesn't feel accepted by the black community.
You know, I mean, people are forgetting that Amanda Seales threw our brother Myron Rowe up under the bus. Myron Rowe is probably one, from what we see as a black man, probably one of the best black men out there. Rhodes Scholar at Florida State, All-American for safety, played football 4 or 5 years, went off to medical school. I think he's still in his residency to become.
Yeah, you got to call him a doctor. You do.
Yeah, a neurosurgeon. Yeah. So,
doctor. And
people forget that she threw that brother up under the bus with an allegation, so much so that he had to address it. So I don't think the community don't mess with Amanda Seales because they dislike her or because of colorism. You got to understand something. When men see you throw a good man up under the bus, nobody is going to work with you, because if you did that to him, I'm actually over here doing shit. So you know what I'm saying? So if you do that to a dude that's not doing anything, I actually got dumb shit going on over here in my studio. I can't bring you in. So I think she's forgotten that. And I think if she actually took accountability for it, that she'd probably find a lot more doors open for her. Yeah.
What we always say, man, if you burn down every bridge, you do get to a point where you're on an island by yourself, and you're gonna drown, bro. Yeah. Like we saw it with Dame, we watching it with Diddy now. We watching it. Who else has been real? 50 Cent is crossing into that area. Yep. You know what I'm saying? He's just super talented at that point. But you remember when part of 50 Cent's downpour of his rap career was he's shooting at every rapper.
Shooting at everybody, and eventually, people don't want to interact with you because, damn, when we fall out, you gonna make an album about me?
Yeah,
like I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be your friend. So I think Amanda Seales is running into that, and like I said, I don't know if she ever really apologized for that shit. Like you can't just throw that, man.
She apologized, and you know what that brother said? What kind of apology was that? He literally, and everybody stood there and said, "Damn." And then the sad part, she didn't even call him by name. She said, I had a homegirl who was dating a neurosurgeon that used to play football. That used to go.
Yeah, like that's 200 guys. Literally one guy. Like, man.
Bitch, you tried it. That's my favorite line. I'm bringing bitch back in the summer because it's about to get hot out here and y'all about to cut up.
They already cut up.
Hey, man, 2024. Is this the best first quarter we've had? This is definitely the best first quarter since COVID.
Yeah. COVID kind of hit a reset on everything.
Yeah, this is the best first quarter can remember in about a decade. Anyway, this is our second time closing the pod. Thank y'all, Amanda Seales. Good luck, sis. Come sit with us. We'll talk to you about it.
I don't know.
You sit beside Mike. I'm not getting nowhere near close to you.
He's got to sit beside you.
Fuck that. Anyway, we'll see y'all tonight.
Holla at your boy.